Do. Welcome to Two Dudes of Do. Time to sour it up. I'm Josh. I'm Shae. Hey. Pretty sour right now. Ah! Wow. The sweetness is going through now. Oh. Oh. Mmm. Mmm. You okay? Oh. I haven't soured very well. You don't sour very well? Mmm. Mm. Oh, we're gonna hand these out for candy. It was an extra on mine. Oh. Oh, it's subsiding. Finally, jeez, man. There was like so much on that. Wow. I don't remember having that much. Oh man, I forgot to hit the record button. Oh, these ones aren't the normal ones. They're extreme sour. Oh, these are the worst ones. Oh. Okay. Well, I didn't think it was going to go that way. No. I had the green one. I had the red one. Hey, if you guys don't know, green's not my favorite color. I just happen to wear green a lot. Red is also not my favorite color, but this is my favorite superhero. Whew. Whew. That hurts right here, right across the elf's eyes. What a way to start an episode. Yeah, oh, you ruined the whole episode. Oh, welcome again. If you didn't catch the first welcome. Welcome to Lightly Do. Lightly Do. Lightly Do. Because this is going to suck. Oh, no. Because we're light on do. Lightly food with a little bit of Two Dudes with Do. Today, we wanted to talk about PC versus Mac. Yeah, there's really no other way to put it. We just wanted to kind of touch on based on some things that maybe you didn't think about before. Maybe some of you guys are out there like, I don't know which one I should buy. Should I buy a PC? Should I buy a Mac? As before we've said, when we were talking about it in earlier episodes, it kind of depends on the person itself, what you do. Yeah, what you want to do. And, it kind of has changed in the last 3 years from the research I was doing. I did some research. I don't. Who'd have known? Josh did some research. I'm the idiot. I want to find out from him. But, obviously you're a PC gamer. Mm-hmm. You've had PC for a long time. I've never owned a Mac. I've had several Macs in my life over the time. I've had Old McDonald. I've had Old McDonald. Had that fun. No, but I've had a lot of Macs in my life. 3 or 4, I think now. It's not. I have a PC. I have a Mac. I have them both. Both around the age of 2005. So obviously old, getting old. Well, 12 years old now. Yep, old. So it's old. But there's a hard divide in the world of computers and which one you should get. And it kind of depends on what you want to do. Coming from a gamer standpoint, 2005, there was no contest. It wasn't even a question. It was you're buying PC. Yeah. Recently, in the last 3 years, maybe even 5 now. About 5, yeah. Mac has been making a big push to become a gaming console as well. And they've advanced a lot of their graphics cards. They brought out a lot of stuff for gaming. The only issue is most developers, not most, AAA, they'll do Mac, all that stuff, but when you're going into, those indie gamers, Mac's like a second thinking, because it's a whole different platform to make your game on. Yeah, now I was going to get there. A lot of the games are not geared for Mac. No. If you're talking anything older than 3 years, you're really not talking geared for Mac. Mac has done a lot to make itself prevalent in the situation of gaming, but as far as gamers, you see pretty much a big divide. I mean, it's like 90% PC, yeah. That being said, Mac has an app store, and they've got a lot of games in the app store that they've made specifically for Mac that you can't get in the PC version. And that's kind of nice. The iPad has it basically is a phone. Yeah. And that's cool and everything. But now you have Android that's come out, and you get those same games. Yep. Couple games that aren't cross-platform, if you will. Yeah. Some are exclusive to PC. Exclusive to the iTunes store. Some are exclusive to the Play Store. Yep.
By the way, the black cherry is really nasty afterwards.
Yes, it is.
This is
Kind of glad to pick red.
It's disgusting.
But when you look, and now, I work at Walmart. That's one of the 3 stores I work at. When you go into their entertainment center, you know what you don't see? Mac games. All the games, they have a whole gaming shelf, and the whole thing you see PC. You don't see anything special.
I hardly even see PC in there.
Yeah. Well, I mean, when I say PC, like the gaming itself, like they have the cards that you buy to download, but you also have the disc where, and they say PC usually. Yeah. PC ROM, whatever. But it's usually 90% heavily PC. Yeah. I don't think I've ever seen a Mac in there.
I don't think I've even seen Walmart even selling a Mac.
And that comes later. It's in the research. That's with availability. But yeah, as far as gaming goes, it's a big deal that when you're like, I want to be a gamer, you really don't use Mac very often. I mean, there's still reasons to buy a Mac for that. There is games out there for it that you can still play. But in the most part, Mac is not the gaming console. No. And even Mac people will admit that. They'll be like, it's just not the way to go.
For gaming Mac, not so bueno.
Right. I mean, you want to play apps, they play.
Yeah.
It is what it is.
It's something.
But because of PC's versatility,
dude,
and the graphic change and everything, and how much you can customize, and that'll be another part, it really serves the purpose of gaming.
Yeah.
Now, so besides gaming, let's say you're an office worker. Which one do you want to buy? Well, again, kind of depends on the office you're working in. Us, we do a lot of film editing, obviously. We do, he does a lot of the audio editing. Yeah. And Mac has a lot of great programs for that.
A lot of good starter programs.
At the same thing, Windows, you can get those programs. It's not like you can't get them.
Yeah.
It's just Macs kind of have the better programs starting out.
Yeah, I mean, freaking, we have Windows Movie Maker, and then they have some like Studio Pro or something like that.
Movie Star back in the day, and all that kind of. I admit a MacBook Pro was amazing for video editing software.
Yep.
Now, if you're not video editing, you're like, I just work in an office. I need a Windows Windows Office. You can get that from Mac now. You can download it. You can have Microsoft Word. You can have Microsoft Excel. It's not like you can't have those for your Mac. It's just it doesn't come pre-downloaded. So if you're like, I don't want to buy the extra stuff to do that,
which most companies don't.
Yeah, you're either going to run a Mac for your company or you're going to run a PC. If your company is running PC, you can't use a Mac usually.
Nope.
You have to have the cross-platform ability, and it just takes too much money and too much effort to make it that way. It'd just be so much easier for you to buy a PC. And honestly, PC, Microsoft Office and all that, it works well. And it comes almost always pre-downloaded for you if you have to buy it extra. It's a disc, and you just pop it in and it runs itself. It's not hard.
Nope.
And it's not hard to get it from Mac, but you have to do so much extra work when you're in that situation.
Yeah.
Now, if your whole office is Mac, it's a completely different ballgame. Then you want a Mac because they all run the same. And really, Mac has great office software by itself. Not the Microsoft Office, but itself.
Yeah.
So there's no point in being like, well, I don't want Mac for my office. If you're like, I'm looking at computers for my office, the cheaper way to go is PC. But
which most companies will say, ooh, cheap.
Yeah, I mean, you got to buy 10 computers.
Yep.
Mac is like going to cost you
$1,000 each, maybe.
Yeah, maybe $10,000. And you're looking at PC, you're like, well, I can get some cheap PCs for $600.
You can get 5 cheap as crap Dell computers that will work great in our office for about $1,000.
Yeah, I mean,
so it's 5 times the cost efficiency.
It's cheaper.
Yep.
It's just one of those things. You just got to be like, do I want one or the other? I'll tell you right now, a lot of companies like churches and stuff, they're switching over to Mac because of the ability that it comes with at the beginning. They don't have to buy anything extra. They can run all that through it.
Yeah.
And I wish that our teen group could run that, but the whole church hasn't switched over yet, and it's just...
It's a hassle.
It's a nightmare right now, so we're just running PC. I'll say this, for Mac and for PC, Mac is easy to use. Yeah. I mean, when you start it, you pretty much can figure it all out. Yeah, you can't do a lot of the writing and all that because it's hard to get to there because they don't want you to get there. It's the everyday user that they're working at.
Yeah, I can hop on a Mac, and I'm going to struggle because I'm a PC user. I don't know. I've never used a Mac. You can ask Josh when I try to start looking at his computer. I'm like, it might be there, and I was right. Mm-hmm.
But same thing with PC. It's not super hard to figure it out.
No.
PC has a little more customability to it, which I like.
Yeah.
Now, when you look at PC versus Mac, we kind of touched on it real quick, is the cost. as a normal guy, your cost is going to be higher if you don't want like a mini Mac. You're going to be higher going with Mac. And some people say that's because of quality.
Yeah.
Honestly, the reason PCs are so cheap is because of diversity. There's so many companies producing all this stuff that it makes them keep the cost low. It's like gas. The more gas stations are out there, the cheaper your gas is going to be in that area because they're all competing against each other.
Mm-hmm.
They'll want to be
as cheap as possible.
Yeah, they want you to come to them. So they'll be like, okay, cross the street's $3.19. I'll be $3.09. 10 cents, no big deal. But 10 cents is the world. Up. Yeah, it's the world to a driver. So same situation with the PC versus Mac. You know, you're looking at two computers. They both run the same systems. You know, they're both fast. They both have nice graphics cards. Not great graphics cards, but nice. And you're like, okay, it usually comes down to the cost for the everyday buyer. You're going to be like, I have $800 to spend. That's what I have. Most Americans in the world are a paycheck away, if not a paycheck and a half, away from being homeless.
Yep.
So when you're like, I can't spend $1,500 on a freaking computer, where do you go?
You go PC.
You go PC.
Also,
it's cheaper.
It does help that you go PC. It's generally, you can get better parts for it as well at that point.
If you want to customize it and get better, it's easy to fix. It's easy to get it done.
Yay!
I mean, I'm trying to make this relatable to people. Say you have a Walmart down the street. Walmart carries a plethora of things. Not always the greatest things, but the plethora of
consumer things.
Now I need to go in and find myself, I don't know, Pepsi. But I don't want to pay Pepsi price. Well, you look at Walmart, it's going to have $1 for a 2-liter usually. A little cheaper maybe, sometimes special, 89 cents, whatever, $1.25. But then you look in just a block away, you have a specialty soda shop.
Yep.
You can find a specialty Pepsi that you really liked. Like, not that we really loved Crystal Pepsi, but they have Crystal Pepsi. You're like, I'd rather have Crystal Pepsi than regular Pepsi. Well, you're going to pay a little extra to go to get the Crystal Pepsi.
Yeah.
But Pepsi's right there always.
Pepsi,
just as good.
It's reliable.
Yeah. So it's kind of that situation.
You know, with the name of the channel, we should have said something like
Mountain Dew. Yeah. Well, I'm just trying to make it to them. Maybe they don't like Dew. Which, if you don't like Dew, I mean, kind of two dudes with Dew. You're listening to somebody who loves Dew.
Yep.
But that's kind of situation, and that kind of rolls into availability. I don't know if you've ever walked through any store like I do. I walk through a lot of stores on average. Any store that has an entertainment center where they have sell TVs, they sell parts to computers, anything like that. Almost every one of them, you're going to be able to find PCs. Yep. It'd be very strange if they sell computers and they don't sell PC. I call those shops Mac stores, Genius Bars. Now, at the same time, you go in those same stores, you're going to be at I'll say 10% of the stores are going to carry Apple. If they can. If they can, they carry it.
I think Best Buy does.
Best Buy carries Apple. They actually have a whole Best Buy. They have a whole Apple area. Target carries iPhones, which is Apple product. They don't really carry a whole lot of PCs, but they have it. Out of the entertainment places, if most of them aren't going to be able to carry Apple because Apple wants that, I don't know what you call it.
Specialty?
Yeah, they want to be special. They don't want everyone to be able to have it.
Yep.
And that says something for them. At the same time, availability is low. It makes them more unique.
Yeah, it does.
Makes them more treasured, I would say.
I will say one of the cool things is that they have a lot of special, nice little animations when you're closing stuff, like when you're deleting stuff out of your trash or whatever. I know it on here it's recycle bin, but on there I think it's just called trash.
Yeah, they call it trash. I mean, trash bin. The availability of it makes it hard for me to rate it high.
Yeah.
Because you have to go there. And because their availability is so low, the competition becomes even lower, which means they get to price it at what they want. The great thing about PC is no matter where you go, you're going to be able to find parts for PC.
I mean, a copy of Windows 10, I think is maybe $89.
I mean, you can find it anywhere. You can find graphics cards for PC everywhere. You can find all kinds of stuff. I mean, it's so much easier to look for those things.
Sir, there's a message for you.
Yeah. Than it is to find Mac product. You got to go specifically looking for Mac.
I mean, okay. If you want cheap RAM, 8 gigs, DDR3 RAM, I'm going to say probably cost you $50. That's cheap. Copy of Windows, $70, so you're already at $130. Cheap graphics card. I've seen some. Let's just say $40. It's $160. Get a power supply. You only need probably a good for this low rig. Probably a 325 power wattage. Probably a good $40-50. So that's at $190 now. I'm pretty sure. Then you need your motherboard. I mean, you can get a $20 motherboard, $40 motherboard. So that's $210, and right there already,
you've got the makings of a basic computer.
And then you just have a processor, which I know there's cheap processors. I have one.
Yeah, I mean,
I'll be generous. $40, $250, boom, full PC.
Yeah, $250. You got a basic PC that'll run things. Is it gonna be the best? No. I mean, that's the great thing about Mac. When you buy them, they're ready to go. They're really awesome. You don't have to do anything hardly to them. But the availability of them makes it hard for me to give them a good rating and availability. At the same time, versatility.
Yeah.
The different things about Mac. You have a finite of things on Mac. I think right now they have a total of just Mac, like computers and laptops, not talking about phones and pads.
Yeah.
I'm talking about just like a desktop or a laptop or a tower. I think they only have like 30 products in their line or something like that. Possibly. I couldn't find an actual number.
I don't know.
It's so hard because they have stuff that discontinued and stuff that didn't discontinue. And it's like, PC, I mean, I couldn't even count. There's so many different brands
it's almost
alone.
Infinite.
Yeah, there's so many different brands alone, and the customability behind it. I mean, you can buy a completely different computer every day of the year.
Yeah.
If you really want to.
I mean, okay. You could, there's like the 5 big brands, there's, for graphics cards, all that stuff. But then you got the thousands of small graphic card brands. You got, all
they're
that
out
stuff.
there trying to compete.
And
I mean, they got a decent product.
Yeah. But it's not usually going to make through because everyone's like, I don't know you, but I do know NVIDIA. Oh, I do know AMD.
And then you got the one guy like you sitting in the store going, well, if you like that and you're really not doing anything special, you can use these cheaper brands because they're still going to work for you. They're just not as known as this brand. Tylenol versus Equate, things of that nature.
Yeah.
It still works. It's still the same thing. It's just not as good.
Yeah.
I mean, we had Pop-Tart brand versus Great Value brand. It's the same thing, essentially. But there's a taste difference.
Oh, there's a taste difference.
So, I mean, it's that situation in computers as well.
Walmart, however you make your Pop-Tarts, you make them right.
And Walmart's getting really, really nice with their...
Great Value brand.
Well, they're Great Value brand, but their entertainment center.
Yeah.
They're doing very well with broadening their entertainment center. I mean, HP is doing a very good job lately. Coming out with new product and something that's decent. And that's a PC.
Yeah, that's PC.
And there's nothing wrong with Mac. We're not saying that. I'm neither for Mac or against it. I'm not for PC or against it. I'm just trying to give you some facts, things to think about when you're going to buy it.
I'm biased. I'm 100% for PC.
Well, you're also a gamer.
Yeah.
I mean, a gamer from 2005 is a gamer for PC for life, most likely. I mean, unless Mac makes some big strides,
they got to do some huge crap to make everyone switch.
They've got to enter into the whole realm of being in every game.
Yep.
And it's just it's a big jump. They still have the chance to do it. It's not like they
most games nowadays on Steam have PC and Mac support. Most games do. But there are some that don't.
There are the special games that a lot of people are like, these are big games.
Yeah.
They need to be, if you're trying to compete, you need to go out and get these games availability. Yep. But, it is what it is. So, price is a big factor on a lot of people. The versatility on computers and versus Macs, there's so much more versatility. I mean, I'm not saying you can't build a Mac. Like, if you go and talk to a Mac, you can get your customized Mac if you really want to, but it's going to cost you.
It's going to cost you big.
It's going to cost you big, but you can have it the way you want it. When you look at availability where it's at, some people don't live near a Genius Bar. And if your crap goes down, guess who's calling? You are. Yep. You're calling the guy, you're like, I need help trying to figure out how to fix this. Not always going to help him. I sat on hold for an hour one day trying to figure out, how to fix my Mac. And that brings me to the next point. Is expiration date. Here's the main thing, guys. I bought a 2005 Mac. What do they call it? iMac.
Mm-hmm.
It's done. They don't support it anymore.
No.
Thus, it can no longer be used in the future. It won't support anything.
Yep.
I'd have to literally rip the guts out and put all new guts in it.
Yep.
Which, what's the point then? Because I'm paying for the same thing. Might as well just get a new computer.
Yep.
When you look at, how old's your PC? 2010?
No. I think 5-6 years.
Okay, so 2012.
Yeah.
It's still, I mean, there's nothing wrong. I mean, it's updating constantly. My HP that my grandfather had is a 2009, I believe.
Yep.
There's nothing wrong with it. I still can run every program I want. Because it's constantly updating.
I mean, what Windows wants right now, which is PC, Windows, they want everyone to switch to Windows 10. They handed you copies for free for Windows 10, and they're like, take it, just use it for what you. If you get it in that first year of Windows 10 coming out, you have it forever. You have your own code and all that stuff all saved on the web. I mean, this computer started off in Windows 7, then I got it to Windows 8, then I got it to Windows 8.1, then I got it to Windows 10.
A lot of people say that for the same reason that Mac is good because it automatically downloads those things.
Yeah.
But there's going to be a part, and Apple does this with iPhones, for iPods, it's done it forever. There's going to be a date and time in the future when that product is no longer capable to be used.
I mean,
you can see it every year.
PC does that too. Like Windows XP, it's gone.
Well, remember Vista? That crap.
Oh, that's gone too.
That was horrible. But everyone has a problem. But yeah,
they have an expiration.
They make things that are but their expiration date's so much longer.
I mean, yeah, Windows XP went down I think 2 years ago.
Yeah, I mean,
and it was made at like I don't know how long ago.
2002.
I'm thinking 2002 maybe.
It was a long time ago. I remember it was a big deal.
It lasted for
it changed everything.
Yeah,
I remember that.
It went from like Windows 98 to Windows XP.
It was crazy.
Yeah, but then they upgraded to Vista.
But iPhone and Mac they do that faster. They make a great product. I'll say that. The computer I have, 2005. There's nothing wrong with it.
Nope,
it works great. It just doesn't no longer can support anything. Thus, it becomes almost useless. Now
it's almost a paperweight that can use Google.
Yeah, but like I said, my laptop, I don't even have to update. I don't think I have Windows 10, but it still runs perfectly. There's nothing wrong with it.
Oh.
I really didn't care for the Windows, I think it was 9 update.
No, it was
10,
9.
Or Windows 8 then it was.
Yeah.
I hated 8.
I did too.
It was worthless.
Then they're like, oh, everyone hated Windows 8. We're not doing another Vista.
Yeah.
And what they did, we messed up. We have a Windows 8.1 free download for anyone who has Windows 8.
Why didn't they just call it Windows 9?
Because it was still 8, but with more upgrades.
Could have called it 9.
They could have, and then they skipped Windows 9 and went to 10.
Now, the big argument that everyone makes right off the bat, they go, well, I like Mac because it can't get viruses.
That is true. That is one thing It's really hard, though.
You have to go and seek it out to get it, yes. But you can get viruses on
You can get viruses.
Now, the reason why everyone says you can't get them is because when you have a PC, the ease of getting a virus is so much easier.
Because
you can open up the wrong thing and you've got a virus now.
Making viruses for PC and Mac, they're about equal difficulty, but you gotta think of the consumer base. Like, let's just say 90% of people own PCs. I think that's honestly a fair term.
It's not that number. But yeah.
What's the number, do you know?
It's 82%, I think is what it was last time I checked.
82%. So
it's getting lower though.
Yeah.
There's a lot of people switching.
Most people are like, I'm gonna, that are trying to steal information from people, I'm gonna make a PC virus so I can get 82% of people's credit card numbers instead of 18.
Now, you can buy antiviruses for Windows. It just doesn't come standard. The reason why everyone has that, it doesn't happen, is because of the scale.
Yes.
Now, put yourself in a guy who's just trying to ruin someone's life's shoes. You're not going to target I would say, higher clientele money price-wise. That's only going to net you 18% chance of catching them.
Actually getting it. And also, if they have, most likely if they have a recent Mac that's going to do stuff, they got some money, and they're going to try to probably find you.
Yeah. But, I mean, check this out. Okay, so 100 people. 18 of them buy Mac. The 72% that's left,
82. No, yeah.
That would be 72. No, that's 82. I'm sorry. I'm having a hard time with numbers tonight. But let's say 82 people buy PC and 18 people buy Mac. You're not going to bank that those 18 people are millionaires.
No.
You're not going to bank on that. You're going to bank that 82 people have enough money to balance out the ability that you'd be able to get. Let's say you have a 50% return on your virus. So that means only 9 of those Mac people are going to net you money.
And who knows, maybe there's 9 people that are straggling for money.
Yeah, and
so they bought a Mac and they're like half of a paycheck losing their house.
And you're only going to get a couple thousand.
Yeah.
But at the other side of the spectrum, you're looking at PC. You're going, okay, that's 41 people.
Yep.
That's 41 people that I can, even if I just get $1,000 from them, I get $1,000 back.
That's $41,000.
That's $41,000 that I can steal like that.
Yep.
And I mean, it's not as hard. You know, Mac, they have so many more protocols. They're always updating it.
Yep.
And so when you go to make the ease of it, it's so much easier to make a PC than it is a Mac virus. And plus, the age of the what many have called the drive-by virus is over.
Oh.
Because people don't just open things anymore.
No.
So now they're evolving their viruses, and to evolve your virus for a Mac is so much more difficult than it is for PC.
Yeah.
So in this regard, Mac kind of edges out PC because of just how many less viruses there are for the Mac than there are the PC.
Yeah.
I mean, there are millions. I mean, a guy. What was the statistic? I'm trying to remember now. They talked to a guy who made viruses. He could make 1,400 viruses in a month, just for the fun of it. He just constantly wrote code to make viruses, and that's just what he did, because he didn't have anything else to do. It wasn't he wasn't stealing money. It was a virus that literally just destroyed your computer.
Dick.
Yeah, big time. But he could make 1,400 for a PC.
Yeah.
He didn't even think about making Mac. Why would he even try? It's not worth it.
Yeah.
He's gonna have more success with the PC guy.
Yep.
And that's where the ease of use kind of comes in for Mac versus PC. The ease of use for the security features of Mac is just so much easier because they're already there for you. You don't have to worry about them as much.
Yeah.
So when you kind of combine all these things together, you know, security, ease of use, ease of finding it, ease of fixing it, you know, all this kind of stuff, price, all that kind of combines into one situation is what do you need it for? If you're just an everyday user, you know, and you can find a refurbished Mac, because they sell those.
Yep.
If you can find a refurbished Mac for half the price of a new one, and it's only 6 months old, you know, maybe go ahead and get it. You're not going to do gaming on it. But if you're gaming, and you really don't want to spend lots of money, you might want to try PC instead, because the price is going to be lower, and the customizability is higher.
Way
higher. So, I mean, I'm not either one way or the other. Obviously, you're PC.
Yes.
For me, I like Mac. I don't have anything wrong to say about it.
It looks very clean.
It's a nice looking thing. I mean, when Macs came out, they brought out something that nobody else was doing. They brought the ease of the computer face, the interface.
Yeah.
It was so much easier.
I will say when Mac came out versus Windows XP, Mac seemed like, whoa.
Yeah, it was light years ahead of its time. In that.
Now it's caught up. It's basically...
Yeah, I mean, they're
pretty close.
The interface is easy on both of them.
Yeah.
They had the color screen. The look of Apple was so much nicer than the original.
Yeah, I will say it is really nice to have all your computer parts in the monitor.
Yeah, I mean, think about back in the day what you had for a PC. Like, when I was growing up, I went to a school, we had what was called word building, and it was just spelling and things of that nature, but we did it on a computer. The PC that we had was black screen, green lettering, binary code on some things. I mean, it was rough looking. And when you looked at a Mac, it was like, whoa, man, there's like
color.
There's color and there's things behind it. You kind of do things with it, you know. It was cool.
Yeah.
And Mac is still cool. But if you're buying something not because it's cool, if you're buying something because you need the ability of it, PC usually outweighs the Mac.
Yep.
I'm trying to be as unbiased as I can in saying that, you know, they're both great systems.
Yeah, they're good systems.
But like for us, we use PC.
Yep.
Not because it's just his. I mean, if I had the choice to do
We
this,
tried to use this Mac.
Yeah.
We tried.
I mean, it was
Mr. 1 gigabyte of memory.
It is what it is. But, you know, that was my mistake. I bought it. I didn't look at it deep enough. But, you know, the PC is just so much nicer for us, personally. You know, the things that you can do with it, the things you can hook to it, you don't have to worry about, is it compatible? Almost everything's compatible with the PC.
Yeah.
Which is cool.
Very rarely is it not.
Yeah. So, I mean...
And if there isn't, then there's someone that's made a backdoor so it is.
Yeah. It's just one of those things, you know, PC is just, it's been around. You're not going to go wrong.
It's old reliable.
Yeah.
Oh my god, we forgot to mention old reliable in the SpongeBob episode. You're going to hear this for this recording session. Every time we're going to say something we forgot to mention it in the SpongeBob episode.
So, I mean, yeah. But if you had to pick, and I know this is very difficult for you, because we're not talking, Mac has one, like, thing. It's Mac. There's, like, Snow Leopard or whatever, but if you had to pick one PC brand to say it is the PC brand that you would choose 9 times out of 10, what would that be?
Like,
Because there's Alienware, there's HP, there's Dell, there's, what was it, Macintosh for a while, which is now obviously Mac.
Yeah. I would say it's a hard thing because
I know it's hard.
There's so many different things. And
we're running a custom built one, right?
Yes.
So I mean, obviously you can custom build your own, but
I would say custom building is
the way to go. It really is.
For the people that know what they're doing, custom building is the way.
And you can find people that'll help you custom build one. Most like Best Buys and place, you can explain what you need, and if they can't find a computer that has that in it, they can help you at least custom build.
You can buy parts, and then you can get the Geek Squad to build it.
Yeah, they'll build it for you.
Or you can go to any of your normal computer places, like, oh yeah, we can build a computer, no problem.
Yeah, I mean it's just screwing it in essentially.
Yeah, just getting the wiring. Then they got the tools.
They'll charge you for it.
Oh yeah.
But it does help to be a custom.
It'll probably cost you to get it built probably $120, $150.
So let's say you don't play games. What computer do you want to run your just normal everyday life? Facebook, Instagram things, ability to make a video if you really need to. It has a standard webcam kind of thing. Just basic computer that you want. I know it's not a Dell because here's the deal, guys. If you're like, well, Dell's cheap. Yeah, it's very cheap, but guess what? You pay for what you get.
Yep.
Dells are cheap. They're going to catch viruses very easily. They become out of date very fast. They're just not the best.
Dells are pretty much out of date when the moment you buy it.
Yeah, I mean, if you're going to do something, if you have very limited funds, get a Dell.
Yeah.
But, I mean, that shouldn't be your first choice.
They're cheap. They're pretty reliable if you know what you're doing and you're not going to fishy websites.
Around, yeah.
But,
messing around. You know what we're saying? So, I mean, yeah. Acer, same kind of situation. It's an okay computer. There's nothing wrong with it. It runs what it needs to run. But is it the best? No. I like HP.
HP is pretty reliable. Honestly, I'd probably say the best one that I would do for browsing and everything would be an HP. I mean, I own an HP.
Yeah, it's simple to use. It's got what you need. It's not super fast on graphics or anything, but it's
not
also not expensive.
No, I mean, I got my laptop for
Well, I was looking at an HP Tower desktop. It was going to cost me out the door like $500.
Yeah.
So, I mean, ting, that's not bad. Now, if you were gaming and you needed to buy a gaming computer set ready to go,
custom build it. I'm sorry to say.
Well, I'm saying, let's say they don't want to custom build it. Let's just say they want to go out and pick a brand. Is Alienware good enough? Or is there not one that's better in your opinion?
Okay, well, Alienware is very expensive.
Yeah, obviously.
It's like Mac levels of expensive.
Yeah.
I hate to say, there's the cheap computers that are like, oh yeah, you'll handle your basics.
What is it? Walmart's like Orion or something like that.
I have no idea.
It's something new they just came out with, and I think it's HP powered, but it's an okay computer. It's not. It's a gaming computer supposedly.
Because there's
graphics card things.
There's like iBuyPower, which is another one, which that's actually where I actually bought my computer at first before I started upgrading it. I mean, iBuyPower seemed pretty reliable. Their customer service, from what I researched for my one phone call from them, sucks horribly. Yet again, I was younger.
Yeah, your attention span's like...
Yeah, I was maybe 14 when I called them.
There's no attention span there.
No, I'm like, I need my computer fixed now, please.
Yeah. I mean, obviously, me to ask him that question, there's just not one computer that's
there's not.
When we say custom build, it is important.
It's what you want it for.
If you're gaming, that's what you do.
Yeah.
I mean, you buy your extra graphics card that's going to cost you more, but you're going to buy it. You're going to buy your processor that's going to be a little faster and things of that nature.
I mean, okay. Most things, because to make money, the computer place obviously has to spike up the prices. Why would you not just buy the default parts that they buy and not pay that extra 20%?
So let's say, when last time you went in, how much were they going to charge you to build a PC? Like $150 for labor?
For getting my graphics cards changed out, fixing the wired mess that I made, it cost me $60.
That's not bad.
Oh no, I thought it was going to cost me $120. I came in there walking with $200 in my wallet thinking, this is going to be a huge cash grab. It's going to suck. And I thought I wasn't going to have money because I was younger. I got it for Christmas. And then I was like, oh crap, I still have $120 left. Let me go buy me some video games.
Yeah, I mean, so when you look at it that way,
I mean, the labor's pretty easy.
Let's say it was 100. Let's say it was $120.
I would say probably get your full computer built. Yeah, I'd do that. That's 2 hours.
Yeah, let's say it's $120 to build your computer for you. So you just look at all the parts together plus 120.
Yep.
And they build it for you.
Yeah.
I mean, if that number is lower than the number of buying that starter computer that they're like, this is a gaming computer. If it's lower than that, go do it. There's no sense not to do that.
As I said, getting the cheap parts.
It may take a little longer.
$250 plus an extra 120. That's $370.
Yeah. I mean, you're looking at $550, $600.
The default gaming PC on there is like $600. That's already almost half off.
Yeah, I mean, you're looking at $600 for just to buy one without having to do anything extra, no research, nothing like that.
Yeah.
But when you go to custom build it, you get to choose things specifically for you.
Yes.
So that's, it helps, and you're saving a little bit of money.
You want the best of the best? Well, here's your NVIDIA 1080 Ti with your i9 processor and yada yada yada
I'm
yada.
not gonna buy something like that.
Oh, dude, that's tough. I think an i9.
I mean, we're running a Logitech video camera here.
720p, boys.
720. So if you're like, I have a 1080p video screen, why am I getting this? Well,
it's
cheap.
720. Yeah. Hey, I mean, stuff's expensive, you know?
Hey, man, everything costs money.
Yep.
And you know what? Doing this right here is costing us money.
Yeah.
I mean, I got energy running, I got time.
Do you see these fancy lights we got? Like, wow.
Wait a minute.
It's right there. Instead of a yellow tint on the video, now it's just a clear white.
Yeah, I think it looks a little better for you guys. We're trying a little extra. I mean, we've got a little, what do you call them? Split screen? I don't know what you call this thing.
Oh, it's, pop filter.
Pop filter. I mean, we're doing something for you guys to...
So I can get as close as I want, and the wind won't bother you.
Sound those T's and S's real good.
Make them sound real good.
Sexy. But,
white like a toiga.
So, I mean, we're trying to do things for you guys that, and we are in that area where we're trying to customize things specifically to make this better for you.
Yep.
But we have a price limit we have to do.
And the other issue, this is not going to be the video recording area.
No, this is temporary right now until homie moves.
Yeah. I mean,
that's when it's going to happen.
Whenever my grandparents sell the house and we start moving to that house.
This is my daughter's soon-to-be room.
Yeah.
I just haven't built it yet. So right now, it's our recording studio.
Yep.
And my wife says, as long as you're in there, I'm not going to mess with you guys. Other than coming in and ruining up our SpongeBob episode.
Yeah.
I mean, she didn't ruin it. It was just like, you can see it's like... So, I mean...
She said one word, ruined video. That's a huge 37-minute blooper now. Before she cut out. We gotta cut it, dude. It's gone. We have to make another SpongeBob episode.
So,
we gotta do it tonight.
No, it's not happening. I'm not staying up at midnight.
Yeah.
So, I mean, guys, if you're like, I came here for a little information, I got that little information.
That little basic starter information.
So much more you can research. I mean, I could have spent 7 hours today just on my phone, but I have a job.
Yeah.
So I spent a 30-minute lunch just doing extra research, just kind of formulating some ideas and some things to bounce off Shae. And obviously,
I'm just using
a Mac guy.
I'm using my knowledge that I know because I have a house to fix up and clean.
Yeah, I mean, he's not stupid as far as computers go. So I mean, it's not.
I'm
like
stupid at everything else, though. Trust me.
Maybe one of these days we'll bring in Bronson or Colton.
Yeah.
Dude.
Colton,
talk.
This would be Colton's subject.
Yeah, I mean, and Colton, if you're watching, we'll do another episode. We'll bring you in. We'll have some ideas.
Colton will be that fancy person because Colton, he researches stuff. He knows his crap.
He's very, very intelligent as far as when he wants to be.
The joke, not the joke, but my friend Nick has said Colton has the best potential out of any person he's ever known, but he's lazy.
Reminds me of the movie Spider-Man.
Yeah.
Brilliant, but lazy.
Okay.
Peter Parker.
Colton is the guy.
The blind bandit.
The blind bandit. He is legally blind. He learned how to play piano by himself in about a week. Because he wanted to play piano.
It shows the kind of guy he is. If he wants it, he's going to go get it.
He used, what's it called? It's a piano program that you can get on your computer. He bought a keyboard, like an actual piano keyboard for his computer, and that's where he learned how to play piano. And he was able to play like maybe 15 different songs.
It's impressive.
It's really impressive.
So I mean, that is what it is. Yeah. We'll have another episode.
Cool.
We'll bring him on. He'll be our guru, the
PC guru,
and we'll bounce some questions. If you guys have questions for him, please comment below. We'd love. Put that right in his face, and you could not even hardly see my finger. comment below here.
Same skin color.
Yes. I mean, it was close. But so comment below. Please let us know what you want to know about PC or Mac. And we'll bounce those questions off of them.
Maybe we'll include the third one that I don't know if you've even heard of this one, Linux.
Yeah, I heard of it. Yeah.
We could have thrown in the old penguin himself, Linux.
I just didn't want to talk about him. It's just.
I mean, Linux is an open source. Mm-hmm. People made it themselves. It's not a company. People just made it.
Yeah. So I mean, it's worthy of the discussion, but the bigger discussion is PC versus.
But the issue with the Linux as well is there's so many different versions of Linux, and then there's different versions of Linux that aren't Linux but are based around Linux. It's a huge.
It's the Linux conspiracy.
It's a lot of Linux.
So
it's hard to put all three of those together because there's so many different variants of Linux compared to Windows. Like, there's just 7, 8, 10, yada yada.
We picked the two big dogs on the court, and we said let's tease them a little.
Yeah, let's throw a bone.
Yeah. So I mean, you guys, if you want to know more, please hit that comment below. We'll give those questions to Colton. He'll give you his best answer, and he's really intelligent about this kind of stuff.
Yep.
Is he the PC master? No. But he knows a lot for who he is.
He knows more than I do.
Yeah. Oh, I mean, more than I could even research in a day. So, that's kind of what we kind of talked about. So, to summarize this video, in the situation of gaming, we got to go with PC. Go with PC. If you're going with office work, Mac. If you have the money,
they're both good.
It's great. Good. Yeah, if you got the money, Mac's good for office work.
PC is an all-arounder.
Mm-hmm.
Mac is
specific things.
Yeah.
So, I mean, if you're like, well, that doesn't answer my question at all, well, then you need to ask the question below.
Yeah,
that's the only way.
Recording.
It's so sticky. There's pluses for both and minuses for both. It's a whole other subject.
Windows, I think, is easier to record, but editing, that's where Mac gets its point.
Yeah, the reason why PC is easier to record is because how compatible it is with everything. You can plug almost anything into a Mac and get the video off of it.
Yep.
Or Mac, not a Mac, a PC.
I mean, every USB, any USB, anything, you plug into a PC, it's going to work.
Unless it's corrupted.
So,
I mean, it is what it is. So, guys, any questions that we didn't answer for you guys, hit up the comment below. Like this video so you can show your friends, share the video. Be like, hey, check out these two idiots on Facebook.
Look at these two rednecks talking about their PCs.
Tell you what, PC and tell you what, it's amazing, dude. I put in 100-watt gigabyte thing in there, and it just runs fast.
It go real good.
I want to go fast.
I want to go fast. If you're not first, you're last.
And PC, you ain't first. Well, I don't know about that. I mean, it could be first. I mean, technically, if you got 82% of the population, you're first.
Yeah, it is the big dog.
It is the big dog. So, like the video, comment below. Hey, hit that subscribe button. If you are subscribed, make sure you got the little bell with little parentheses around it. That means you're going to get notifications anytime we load up.
And also try to follow us on our Twitter and our Instagram.
All kinds of little sneak previews, pictures, things of that nature. Little things that you don't get to see here will be in there.
They are in the description.
Questions on Twitter will be answered as soon as possible.
I need to check that daily.
Yeah. So I mean, it's just things that we're doing to help you guys out. If you want to purchase some merchandise, we're getting with that. We're gonna go ahead and do that for you.
We'll eventually I'll make a cheesy website for our merch store.
Yeah. So I mean, you can look at pictures. We uploaded, I think, a picture. If not, I'm uploading it tonight on Instagram of the hat that you can buy. It's going to cost you about $30. And then
eventually, what we'll have to do is when the merch store happens, we'll just have to wear our shirts and our hats for display models.
Yeah, exactly. I mean, but we do have some already drawn up and ready. If you want to be part of that core group, we've talked about the core group before. It's LOD. If you want to be a part of that, you can be by hitting us up in the comments. Leaving us something on Twitter saying, "Hey, I want some of that merchandise." We will totally get with you and get that order for you. So I think that might just about do it for tonight.
I think we are. I think that is the video.
All right. So for Lightly Food
and Two Dudes Would Do,
I'm Josh.
I'm Shae.
How do you do?
I'm doing on a PC side tonight.
PC do. Have a good day.